some yoga. Today, particularly, we're doing yoga for strength. This is a 60-minute class. We're going to be strengthening the legs, the arms, the back, the booty, the calves, the abs, and the smile. Definitely have some water nearby in case you get thirsty, you want to grab a drink halfway through. Definitely put the music on. Unless you don't like music, then don't listen to it. I'm using a Tada rug back here. It's a giant, awesome, oversized yoga mat. And you can get 10% off of a Tada rug using the code Phoebe should you ever decide to have your own awesome yoga studio in your house. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're here. Let me know how you like this class, what your body thinks of it, and if there's anything you ever want to see in these classes, definitely let me know, and I will plan a class just for you. All right, let's get moving. Go ahead and come to a tabletop position, which is where we're going to start today, on hands and knees. Awesome. When you find your way into tabletop, close your eyes, lengthen the back of your neck, reach your tailbone and the crown of your head away from one another. Reach your heart forward as you roll your biceps outward and your triceps inward. Push your shins actively down into the mat, even your pinky toenail. Push your palms into the ground. Feel your shoulder blades move apart from one another. Keep reaching the heart forward. Big breath in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Big breath in. Exhale, child's pose, sit back, big toes go together, arms are going to reach out. Forehead comes to the mat. Inhale to the back, broaden it. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale, rise back up to tabletop position. Shift forward, lower your hips towards the ground, lift your heart, coming into this kind of Cobra variation. Exhale, press back, child's. Sinking your breath, keep going. Inhale, shift up, rounding your back, and then arching your back, and then exhaling back to child's. Good. We're taking about 5 to 7 more. Your speed. Really sink your breath. Keep those fingers spread wide and the palms pressing down. Take one more. And exhale back to your child's pose. Inhale fully. And exhale completely. Walk your hands away from you. Bend at your elbows and bring your palms towards your shoulders. Press your palms together. Push your elbows into the floor as you push your hips into your heels. Take another breath in and out. Release your arms. Shift up tabletop, hands and knees. Separate feet hip distance. Take a couple cats and cows. Inhale, lift heart and tailbone. Exhale, round. Everything that's touching the floor, try to push the floor away from you with it. And feel free to make it a little your own, maybe some side to side motions, some head rolls, some hip rolls, all the things. Just find some movement. Awesome. Spread fingers wide, plant palms, flex your feet so the toes tuck under, and hover your knees about 2 inches off the ground. Roll those biceps outward, the triceps inward, just like we talked about in tabletop before. Reach the crown of the head forward. Reach the roof of the mouth away from the tailbone. Push the floor away, but reach your heart forward simultaneously. Kick your feet into the ground, but keep the knees bent. Good. Without moving the legs, feel the inner thighs squeezing towards one another and the ankles squeezing away from each other. For 5, press the fingertips down. 4, 3, armpits towards hips. 2, and 1. Drop the knees back down. Breathe in. and out. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up, same thing for 5, 4, 3, longer spine, 2, 1. Drop the knees down, breathe in and out. Now we're going to try to breathe while we do it this time. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees. Here we go. For 5, breathe. 4, triceps in. First finger down. 2, and 1. Drop the knees. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Lift the hips up and back. Feel free to pedal out your feet. Shake out your head. Good. And separate your feet hip distance apart. Rise up on the tiptoes. Drop the heels. Good. Keep going like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Keep pressing strong through your palms. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Press equally between the big toe and little toe side of your foot. Keep the head relaxed. Take one more and drop the heels down. Go ahead and pedal out right and left. Awesome. Shift forward into plank. Drop your knees and lower onto your forearms. So elbows are going to be right underneath shoulders. Palms are going to be on the ground, separate, or interlace them, your choice. Tuck the toes back under, lift the hips, return to downward dog. Now you're on your forearms. Press the elbows down and away from you. Lift the hips up high. Reach the heart forward through the elbows. Let the back of the neck be long. Good, and then same thing. Inhale, lift up heels, and exhale, drop. Keep going. Inhale's lifting, exhale's dropping. Think of those triceps rolling in towards one another, the biceps rolling out. Think of hugging the shoulder blades down your back, moving your armpits towards your hips. Keep pressing your palms down, trying to flatten them to the ground as well as your fingertips. Heels are still lifting and dropping. Remember, this is yoga for strength today. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees back down. Tabletop. Hands go up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. Down dog. Awesome. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Flex your foot. Point the toes and knee straight down towards the floor. Keep pressing strong through your palms. Inhale, lift the left heel. Exhale, drop it down. Good. Keep going. 9, 8, 7. Push through the hands. 6, 5. Really lift that right leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the right foot next to left. Lift the left leg up. Flex the left foot. Point the toes and knees straight down. Readjust your hands as needed. Fingers spread wide. Inhale, lift the right heel. Stay, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, drop. Good. 9 more. 9, 8, 7. Soften the jaw. 6. Lift that other leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. Really lift it up. 1. Drop it down. Left foot next to right. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk or hop. Feet to hands. Separate feet hip distance, clasp opposite elbows, let your head hang. If it feels good, you could sway side to side or even sway forward and back. Release your hands. They can be on the ground or interlace them at your lower back. Stretch your knuckles up and over the crown of your head. Soften your toes. Push the heels into the ground. Push the balls of the feet into the floor. Release your hands to the ground, bend your knees, have a seat on your sits bones. Bring your hands behind you, lean back a little bit, walk your feet slightly out, and either fingers point towards your hips or point out towards the sides. Roll your shoulders up and back and broaden them out sideways so you have a nice broad back. Inhale, kick the feet down and lift your hips towards the sky. Nice, still thinking of those biceps out, triceps in. Push the heels down on your feet and lift your hips as high as your heart, and then lift them a little bit higher. Good. Shoulders away from ears. Even here, can you lengthen your collarbones? I suggest a micro bend in your elbows as well. For 3, 2, fingers pressed down. 1, drop the hips. Inhale, lift the legs, squeeze them together. Hands can stay on the floor or bring them along your sides. Chest up, shoulders down. Legs can be bent or straight. Most importantly here is that you're sitting up as tall as you can. Drop the feet, hands go behind you. Again, inhale, roll the shoulders back. Lift the hips, shoulders go wide. Push the fingers down for 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips. Sit up tall as you lift the legs. How you feeling? All right. Heart up, tailbone heavy and down. Shoulders soft. Maybe the legs straighten for 3, 2, 1. Drop the feet. Hands come down. Lift the hips. Try to get your pubic bone higher up than your belly button. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the hips. Lift the legs. Last time here. Heart open, collarbones long. Soften the jaw. Soften the forehead. They want to help, but they're not useful here in this instance. Maybe the legs stretch up for 3, 2, 1. Cross the legs. Plant the hands and step back to plank pose. As we're in this plank, feel free to drop your knees down to the ground. Fingers wide, press your thumbs down, press your pinky fingers down. Imagine like you're almost grabbing handfuls of sand, but don't let the palms come off the ground. Keep them pushing into the floor. And those triceps go in, the biceps go out. The heart reaches forward. All those things we talked about in tabletop. The only difference here now is that we've got the knees up instead of knees down. You can totally have the knees down here too. Good. Push the floor away, heart forward for 5, 4, 3. Squeeze hands and feet towards each other. Downward dog, hips go up. Look forward, walk or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, hands go to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, stretch up, press through the legs. Flat back to fold forward. Inhale, lift your heart, hands on earth or shins. Bend knees, plant palms, step back plank pose. Find all of that formation that we talked about before. Hands and feet drawing towards one another. Good. Option, do a push-up. Elbows are going to stay by your sides as you do that. Heart stays reaching forward. Option, do a second. Make sure your shoulders aren't going lower than your elbows. Take a look for this third. So it's not as low as you think. Maybe a fourth. Downward dog, press up and back. Inhale. And exhale. Rise the tiptoes, look forward, walk or hop, feet to the front. Inhale, lift your chest, shoulders back. Exhale, down. Strengthen legs, so stand up, arms go high. Exhale to heart, recenter with your breath. Inhale, arms stretch up. Flat back to fold forward. Inhale, heart up. Bend knees, plant palms, step back, plank pose. Awesome. Take your hands a little bit wider this time. And we're going to do old school push-ups. The elbows are going to go out to the sides. Most importantly here, though, I want you to keep your chest forward. Awesome. So you can hold or do a push-up. Or do another. Or do another. Or do another. Good. Maybe one more. Hands walk back in. downward dog. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Roll through cat pose in plank to drop your knees down. Chin and chest come to the ground. Slide forward onto your belly. Stretch your legs back. Hands by shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, look forward. Lift your head, chest. Baby cobra or full cobra. Elbows squeeze in. Imagine like you're trying to drag your legs forward through your hands. Exhale, lower. Awesome. Hands reach back along your sides. Inner thighs will come together to start. Palms face down. Look forward. Inhale, lift the head, lift the shoulders, lift the arms. Option to lift the legs. If you feel any discomfort, widen the legs or keep the legs down. No biggie. All right, like someone's pulling your wrist back, lift your heart a bit higher. And then like someone's sitting on your butt, push it down into the ground, especially your tailbone. Back of the neck long for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. You can look down or turn your head to look either side. Inhale, look forward again. Hands along sides. Lift your heart, lift your head, lift your arms. Option to lift your legs. Now again, think tailbone and hips pressing down, and belly button is trying to lift off of the floor. You can stay right here or interlace your hands at your lower back. Stretch knuckles towards heels. Reach chest bone forward through the shoulders for 5. Breathe. 4, 3. Stretch long through the inner ankles. 2, and 1. Release down. You can turn your head or gaze straight to the floor. Take a breath. Hands by shoulders, press to table, and back to down dog. Inhale, and exhale. Walk your feet about 6 inches closer to your hands. Turn your fingers so they point more inward, and if you'd like, bring them slightly closer together. So your first finger and thumb won't exactly form a triangle, but become a little bit more of that shape. Head drops. Bend your elbows, point them out to the side, reach the crown of your head to that space between your first finger and thumb. Press back out. Good. Do 1 more or 10 more. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingers point forward again. Right leg lifts. Breathe in. Step right foot between thumbs. Rise to fingertips. Drop your back knee to hover off the floor. Press it towards straight. Bend deep into the front knee. Lower the back to hover. Press towards straight. Lower to hover. Press towards straight. Stay here. Kick into the front heel. Arms reach along your sides, just like that shape we did on your belly. Make sure the front knee is right over the front ankle. Toes are soft. Press through the ball of the back foot as you reach your heart forward. Draw that right hip back, that left hip down and forward. Can you draw shoulders away from ears? Hug your ribs in for 3, 2, 1. Rise up, high lunge. The only thing that shifts here is the spine. Good. Keep the deep bend in the front knee. Keep the pushing through the back leg. Keep the length of your spine. Exhale, bend the back knee like we did. Hover it. Press towards straight. Good. Again, bend and hover. And press. Really press that front heel down. Bend and up. 2 more. Bend and up. Bend and up. Hands come down. Step back, plank pose. Lower halfway or all the way. Shoulders back, heart forward. Your choice, cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Left leg lifts up high. Breathe in. Step left foot between thumbs. Rise to fingertips. Find length from your back heel out the crown of your head. Bend your back knee, hover, press towards straight. Bend to hover, and press, bend to hover, and press. Hold it up. Lift the heart, strengthen the legs. Arms float along your sides. Torso is going to float above your thigh. Really press your arms back and broaden your shoulder blades. Kick your front heel down, soften those front toes. Bend deep into the front leg as you really kick through the back heel. Good. That left hip draws back. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sweep up, high lunge. Catch your breath. If you need to drop your back knee, go for it. If you need to take a rest and get some water, go for it. Make sure you've got level hips here. Pelvis stacked underneath shoulders. 5 times, you're going to lower that back knee, hover it, press towards straight. Good. 4 more. 3, soften the shoulders. 2, reach to the crown of your head. And 1. Hands come down, step back, plank pose. Do a push-up if you'd like. Do a cobra or an up dog if you'd like. We'll meet in downward dog. Breath in and out. Rise to tiptoes, bend knees, look forward, walk or hop, feet to the front. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Step your feet together. Bend both knees, rise up, chair pose. Shift the weight into your heels. So if you look down, you can still see your big toes. And lengthen through the spine, ribs drawing into the front of your body. Now shift to the balls of your feet, lift up both heels. Press the front of your ankles forward. Woo-wee. Balance. And then drop the heels back down. Good. Soften shoulders. Again, lift the heels. Breathe in. Exhale, drop. As you drop, find that shift back to the heels. Shift forward, breathe in, lift the heels. Exhale, drop, shift back. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Really reach the head up as the tailbone drops low. 1 more. Exhale. Stand up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms go high, flat back to fold. Inhale, lift. Step or hop, low push up, lower all the way down to your belly. Stretch your legs back. Stretch your arms along your sides. Inhale, look forward. Lift up head, shoulders, arms, legs, your choice. Back bending should really be called back lengthening. Get as long as you can, reaching from the crown of your head out through your legs. Tailbone pushing down, belly button lifting up. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower everything towards the floor. Hands by shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the elbows in. Reach the heart forward. Press up table or plank. Feet can flex under for plank to downward dog. Full inhale. Mouth open. Exhale. Inhale, rise to tiptoes. Bend knees, look forward. Walk or hop. Feet to the front. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to standing, flat back. And exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to turn to face you, but you can stay the direction you are. Reach your hands up high to the sky. Feet together, legs together, bend up and over towards your left. Now that entire left side of your body, please strengthen it. Feel like it's crunching in and you're using those ribs to push upward. Your inner thighs squeeze together, your shoulders drop down. The ankles press apart, but don't actually move them. This is just an isometric engagement, thinking of that motion without actually doing it. Everything faces forward. Make sure you're not twisting the hips. Press the left heel down. I'm sorry, the right heel down. One more breath. Inhale, return back to center. Exhale to the other side. Good. Strengthen your legs. Kick the feet into the floor to grow taller. Feel your kneecaps lift up towards your pelvis. The pelvis faces forward, the chest faces forward. Kick your left heel down. Good. Stronger legs. And then really crunch in that right side of your torso. Can you lift your ribs higher towards the sky? Like you're bending up and over a barbed wire fence and you don't want to get pricked. So you're like, whoop, lift those ribs up. One more breath. Inhale, rise back up to center. Exhale, flat back to fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, sit down, hands behind you, lift up to that reverse table. This time, if you'd like, one by one, step your feet out and find reverse plank. For 5, 4, use your legs. 3, kick them into the ground. 2, and 1. Drop your hips down. Bend your knees into your chest, lift your legs, hands by sides. Legs can be bent or straight. Make sure you've got room behind you. If not, scoot your hips forward a little bit. You're going to roll back to your back and straight up into boat pose. Ta-da! Back and into boat pose. And back and boat pose. And back. This time, hold your boat pose. Stretch the legs up as straight as they can comfortably go for 5, 4. Hands can always be behind you. 3, 2, 1. Cross the legs, have a seat. Bring your hands by your hips or kind of your thighs, wherever your hands can comfortably get to the ground. Now, if you're rounding forward a lot, see if you can unwind that a bit. Keep the chest lifted. Good. Then press the pinky toe edges of your feet down. Push the palms down and lift your hips up. You're going to round a little bit here, but keep the heart lifting as much as you can. Squeeze the elbows into the sides and release the hips down. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. Press the hands, pinky toe edges of feet, lift the hips. Draw the lower belly up. Broaden the shoulder blades. And down. Last time. See if you can lift the feet off the ground as well. Here we go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Roll over to down dog. Big breath in and out. Step your feet together. Lift your right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee. Point right knee to the ceiling. Stay here or shift to plank. Step your right foot behind you and flip to wild thing. Hips lift, feet press into the ground. Bottom shoulder externally rotating, making those triceps in, biceps out motion. Unwind, right hand plants back down into that plank. Lift up and back, 3-legged dog. Step right foot between thumbs, high lunge, rise up, back heel down. Back heel lifted. And now to warrior 2, back heel goes down. Good. Reach forward through the front hand. Drop the forearm to thigh. Sweep left hand across your face, side angle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep the bend in the front knee. Reverse warrior 2. Back hand to back hip or calf. Right arm goes up and over. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up and back. Really press the front heel down. Keep the back leg strong and straight. Last time, go up and over. This time we're staying in side angle. You can keep the forearm on the thigh or drop the hand to the floor. Or take a bind if you'd like. Left hand behind the back, right arm under the right hip, interlacing both hands outside the right butt cheek. Whichever you're choosing, try not to lay on your front thigh. Keep the torso lifted. For 5, 4, 3, breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale, squeeze back up, warrior 2. Pivot to goddess pose. I know. Remember, this is yoga for strength here. So if you're feeling it, whoop, you're doing it right. All right, tailbone down, pubic bone up. Heels down, push your toes outward and push your knees away from one another. Bend the elbows, spread the fingers wide. As the tailbone goes down, lift the roof of your mouth. Breathe. Hello, right leg. How nice to feel you today. Drop left elbow to left knee. Reach the right arm up and over the crown of your head. Inhale back to center. Right elbow to right knee. Keep that left knee pushing open. Inhale to center one more time each side. Left to left. Keep the hips low. And right to right. Sink those hips down. Inhale back to center. Straighten your legs. Step forward. Mountain pose, front of your mat. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, flat back to fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Bend, step, hop, break dance, downward dog. Get there somehow. Left leg lifts up. Point the toes and knees straight down. Bend the knee now up to the ceiling. Stack left hip on top of right. Stay here or shift into plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Step the left foot behind you. Lift the left hand up and over, twisting heart and belly towards the sky. That bottom hand is like it's trying to unscrew a jar. That rotation is happening in the shoulder. Good. Push the feet into the ground. Make the legs work here. Don't let your arm have to do everything. Unwind, look down, left hand plants. Press up and back, three-legged dog. Step through, left foot between thumbs. Back heel stays lifted, rise up, high lunge. Exhale to warrior 2. Lining up front heel with the middle arch of that back foot. Good. Arms go open to a T, breath in and out. Inhale, shift forward. Drop the forearm to your thigh, sweep the right arm over, keep the palm down. And inhale, up and back, reverse warrior 2. Breathe in. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, sink your breath, make it big. The legs are your strength, your foundation. Pushing the floor away with the soles of your feet. Take one more, reaching up and back, big side bend. This time we'll stay forward. Forearm can stay on thigh or drop the hand to the ground. Sweep the right arm over. Take that bind if it's calling to you. Lift the torso away from the thigh. Big breath. Front heel pressing down. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Then turn that back foot out, goddess pose, toes out, heels in. Awesome. Find those spirit fingers, elbows bent, chest up, whoop, whoop, and then do a little dance because we're done with this goddess pose after this one. Can celebrate a little early. Let's get heavy in those heels. Maybe take it low, maybe lower, maybe even lower. Maybe down to the ground, get your hands on the floor. Oh, now you're coming back up. We're going side to side this time. Right and left with the hips, swinging it. Awesome, a little bit higher. Oh, taking it low again. We're just still doing this all the way down. Maybe a little tap on the ground and then swing those hips. We're coming right back up. Woo, yoga for strength. Here we go. Hips go low, knees go outward. Tap the ground. Take it right back up. Hold it in goddess pose. Arms go out for 5. Heels down, 4. Now heels up, 3. Now heels down, 2. Now heels up, 1. Drop the heels, step forward. Woo! Wipe some sweat, groan if you need to. Breath in, arms go up. Exhale, flat back to fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Then knees, plant palms, downward dog. Flow there, step there. Do what you need. We'll meet there. Shoulders away from ears. Good. Inhale, shift forward. Yogi squat. Walk or hop your feet to your pinky fingers. Bend your knees. Heart up, tailbone down. Okay, so we're going to go into some crow pose or arm balance prep. Just do your best. If this is a little scary for you, by all means, don't do anything that hurts yourself, but see where you can play at your edge today. So we're in this yogi squat. Your feet can be as wide as you need to help get the heels down. Plant your palms shoulder distance apart, point your fingers forward, and point your elbows out to the sides. Now do the opposite, point the elbows back towards your belly so the elbows squeeze together. Rise up onto your toe tips and shift forward, bring the weight into your hands. Awesome, press the fingertips down, press the base of the knuckles down. Get lighter on the heels of your hand, press the thumbs down, press the pinky fingers down. Broaden the back, the shoulder blades move apart. They've got to move apart for crow pose, but you can still look forward, reach the heart forward. Remember those elbows squeeze in, not outward. Drop the heels, sink back down. Woo! All right, we're going to do that again. Hands plant down, look forward, shift forward, lift the heels up, lift the butt. Shoulder blades go apart. That doesn't mean the elbows do. Elbows go in as shoulder blades go wide. Heart forward. Push the floor away from you with your palms. Maybe this time tap your knees to your triceps, lean forward a little bit more. Just keep the toe tips down. Good for 5, 4, cat back in the lower abs, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels, sit back down. Okay, last time, maybe an invitation here to take flight if you'd like. I'll talk you through it or repeat any of those first 2 variations. Hands down. Are you ready for this? Fingers wide, elbows in, heart up, shoulders down, shift forward, lift the booty. All right, so this is where you can stay without, like, with weight on your hands. Like, I could be here and lift my hands up. No, no, no. You need to shift forward. Shoulders over your fingernails, heart in front of your hands. Then, if you want, you're tapping knees to elbows. Good. Keep looking forward. Lean more forward. Get the elbows above the wrist. Take a look. See where they are. Are the elbows going out? Squeeze them in. And then lift one foot. Bring it back down. Lift the other foot. And down. First foot. And down. Second foot. And down. Maybe both feet. And down. Maybe both feet. And down. Maybe both feet. And down. Maybe hold for 3, 2, 1. Back to that yogi squat. Breathe. All right, forward fold. Legs pressed towards straight. Bring those feet parallel. Clasp opposite elbows and just swing the torso a bit. Release your arms, tuck your tailbone, slowly roll to standing. Take a couple shoulder rolls, just loosening them out after that crow pose. And bring your arms up to cactus like we did in goddess. Really reach your heart towards the sky and draw your elbows back behind you as much as you can. Just opening your chest and really engaging the muscles of your lower back. Keep that. Drop your left ear till your left shoulder. And back to center. And your right ear to your right shoulder. Active in the hands. And back to center. Good. Hands by your sides. Bring your feet together. Bend your knees, chair pose. Hands to heart. Shift the weight into your left foot. Draw your right knee up and cross it over the left thigh. Use your right toes like a kickstand or hover them or wrap them behind your left foot. Shift the weight into the left heel. Awesome. Now you can stay here, or option one, right arm goes up, right elbow bends so the right palm comes to your right shoulders, and the left hand grabs the top of that right elbow for a tricep stretch. Or left hand can reach behind your back and you can interlace hands at your upper back. Ribs go in, bend your knees deep, maybe stay or maybe round the back, thinking of reaching your forehead to your kneecaps. If you rounded, begin to lift, and slowly release back to 2 feet and release your hands. Okay, bend the knees, chair pose, hands to heart. Open the heart, really roll the shoulders down the back. Lift the left leg up, cross it over. Choose those 3 options for your foot, kickstand, hover, or wrap. Shift the weight into your right heel and squeeze your legs together. The more you squeeze them together, the easier it will be to balance. Stay here, use a wall if you need it, or reach the left arm up, bend the left elbow, go into that tricep stretch. You can grab that elbow or reach the right hand behind your back, interlacing hands. Head sink deep, maybe even begin to round the back and fold forward, breathing. It's easy to forget that. Slowly rising, uncrossing your legs, and returning to standing. Big breath in and out. Inhale, hands go high. Flat back to fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Bend knees, have a seat. Stretch your legs out in front of you. If you have something to put between your feet, grab it. That could be a pillow, a yoga block. If you don't have anything, totally don't worry about it. You don't need anything. If you don't have anything, just squeeze your legs together a lot. Roll your inner thighs in, your outer hips out. Point your toes, squeeze inward with the legs. Start with the sacrum and start to roll back all the way. Make sure there's room behind you. As you roll back, kick your legs further away from you. Now stop halfway. Elbows in, triceps in, biceps up and out. Chest broad. Roll a little bit lower. Good. Press the legs down into the floor. Roll a little bit lower. Press the legs away from you. Get longer through those inner thighs. Little bit lower. And all the way down. Flex your feet. Squeeze your legs inward. Reach the hands up. Breathe in. Exhale. Reverse the process. Push the spine into the ground. Squeeze that item between your legs or squeeze them together. I might not make it. Let's see if we make it. Oh man, I'm stuck. And come all the way up. Why is that so hard? And fold all the way over. Okay, so if you just pulled a Phoebe and you didn't make it this time, I'm going to show you what you can do. So point the toes. We're going to go ahead and roll down again. When you get there, bend your knees this time. Knees will stack above your hips. You're going to reach the hands to the sky, palms face one another. Inhale. And exhale, curl up. And then when you get to that point that feels sticky, start to kick your legs away from you. Grab the back of your thighs and use that leg straightening to help you sit up. We're going to take 2 more. So cater that to what you need. Legs forward, tailbone curls, roll back, press the legs into the floor as you roll. Good. Flex the feet, knees bent or straight. Roll up. All the way to your forward fold and point the toes. Last one. Roll it down and roll it up. Good. Lift your torso. If you use a pillow or a block, just move it out of the way. Awesome. Slide your legs out and around. Sit on your shins. If you did use a pillow and a block just a second ago, you could place that between your thighs and calves, or even sit on it with your sits bones, or just sit right onto your feet. It's a great way to stretch open the front of the ankles and stretch open the front of the shins. You can stay like that or shift forward, take your feet apart, and let your hips sit down between your feet. But your hips need to be on something. So they're either on your feet, on a block, or on the ground. No in-betweens. You can stay here, or you can start to bring your hands back. Now, if you bring your hands back, go ahead and do a twerk and like arch your back. And then lift your hips off the ground and tuck your tailbone under. Then place your hips back down. Keep that in your pelvis. And maybe lower as low as you need to maintain that. You're trying to get your belly button lower to the ground than your pubic bone. You should not feel anything in your lower back here. You should feel this all in the front of your thighs. Slowly coming back up. No rush. Shift forward, back to tabletop pose. Lie down onto your belly. Sphinx pose, set up elbows underneath shoulders, spread fingers wide, reach your heart forward, stretch back long through your legs. Push your legs down into the ground. You can stay right here or bend your right leg in, spin your left hand around by your right elbow, and reach your right hand back to bend the foot in towards the hip. If you feel this in your lower back, you've got to do that same tuck under action of the tailbone pressing down and the belly lifting up. Turn the heart more to face forward. Take a big breath in and out. Release the back leg if you have it and switch sides or just stay in Sphinx pose. This time it'd be the left foot that bends in, the left arm that reaches back. Draw heel to hip, tailbone down, belly up, shoulders away from ears. Good. Release the back foot if you have it. Lower your torso down, make a pillow with hands, and rest forehead on hands. Check into your body, check into your back. Decide if it wants to just chill for a moment, which is a wonderful idea. Or you could choose to bend both knees, reach both hands back, finding tops of feet. If you want something in between, you can always stretch your legs out straight, bring your arms along your sides, and lift up from there. On an inhale, look forward, shoulders back, shoulders wide, and inhale, lift up. And release. Press back to child's pose. Hips to heels, forehead to the ground, nose lifted off. Breathe into your sides of your body and let that expansion broaden your lower back. And take a couple big belly breaths. Filling up your belly like a balloon. Now combine those two breaths. Inhale, fill the belly. Keep breathing in, broaden the ribs. Exhale, narrow the ribs. And pull the belly in. Good, that again. Inhale, belly. Narrow or widen ribs. Exhale, upper. And belly. Awesome. Shift forward to hands and knees. Have a seat. Swing your legs around. Lie down onto your back. And I'm going to suggest a bridge pose, but if you'd like a wheel, this would be a time to take that. So for bridge, bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground. Bring your arms along your sides. Push your lower back towards the ground. Feel how the belly button goes down towards the spine. You're going to kind of keep that action as you lift your hips up. Walk the shoulders under you. Push the elbows and triceps into the ground. Kick your heels into the floor. Now you can stay here, or if you'd like, you can bring your hands by your ears, lower the hips slightly, and lift to the top of your head. Elbows going in, and then pressing up through the arms. Slowly lowering back down, whichever you were in, find your way to your back. Take your feet apart, keep the knees bent, and let the knees fall together. You can bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly if you'd like. And just breathe. Awesome. Draw knees into your chest. Give a gentle hug. Rock side to side across your lower back. Bring your feet to the floor. Knees point to the sky. Scoot your hips about 6 inches to the left. Draw your knees back into your chest. Now drop them to the right. So you should feel your hips in line with your chest. You can bring your arms to a cactus shape or a full T. You can gaze up or you can gaze any direction that feels comfortable to your neck. As your knees go to the right, twist your belly to the left. Draw your belly in, look forward, and slowly roll back to your back. Feet come down, scoot your hips through center and about 6 inches off to the right. Then draw the knees back up, drop them to the left. Adjust your spine as you need to, and gaze whatever direction your body would like. Belly twist to the right. Draw the belly in, roll back onto your back. Knees come into your chest, finding happy baby. Feet up, knees down. You're welcome to make it a straddle baby. Press the tailbone towards the floor. And bend your knees into your chest. Cross right ankle over your left knee, pigeon lying on your back. Draw your left knee towards your chest. Reach your right hand through the hole you created and interlace your hands either behind the thigh or in front of the shin of your left leg. Flex both feet. Press your right knee away from your chest as you draw your left knee towards your chest. Slowly release, knees go into chest, just to switch sides, left ankle crosses, right knee comes in, feet flex, shoulders soften, left knee pushes away from your shoulders. Release your legs. And then find a comfortable shape for Shavasana. Maybe that's legs up the wall, or Baddha Konasana legs, or lying flat on your back. Just choose something that feels good. Bring your hands where you'd like, maybe one heart and belly, maybe flapped out to the sides. Take a big breath in and out. Allow your eyes to half close or completely close. Let go of breath control. Allow your body to breathe however it wants. Soften the space behind your eyes. Soften your jaw. Soften your forehead. Acknowledge the floor underneath you. Feel its expansiveness against your skin. and then melt into it. Take a big breath into your nose and out your mouth. Give yourself the next couple breaths to slowly find your way to seated. When you arrive in seated, you're welcome to let your hands fall into your lap or meet them together at your heart. Thanks so much for sharing your practice today. I appreciate you. Leave a comment. Let me know how your body is feeling. And have a wonderful rest of your day, afternoon, morning, whatever it is for you. Thank you.